Alrighty, here we go, Chad.
Shadow. Hey, how you guys doing this beautiful Monday?
Somebody asking who is the Chad.
I always laugh every time I see that. Like, who's Chad, guys? Who's Chad? But Chad, we are back in the building. 2Gs again, baby. It's good to be back. Chris, how you doing today, brother?
Good on you, my brother.
Hey, can't complain. Chad, it feels weird. I think we always talk about this, but being away from stream and then coming back, it feels like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But a little bit's changed over here behind the scenes, but we're gonna get it going here. Hey, Rydell, Mr. Scam Exposure, blessed morning to you guys, man. Hey, good seeing you, my brother. Hope you're having a good one. But Chad, I think we're gonna get into things right off the bat. Chris, I'm gonna hand over to you to open us up with a prayer there, brother.
Well, Chad, let's get ready for the week. Let's get ready for the prayers. So let's bow our heads and let's get ready. Father, we just want to thank you for another week. Thank you for bringing us all back safely here. I pray that it will keep us, protect us, and guide us into this week, Father. Also pray that you will go with our families, go with our children, go with our businesses, Father, and above all else that we may glorify your name. We pray that everything we do will just reflect the glory right back unto you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to do what we love. Thank you for bringing this beautiful community together, Father. And you know where everyone is at in their lives. So, Father, I just pray that you will hear our prayers. You say in your word that if my people shall humble themselves, and then I shall hear their prayers, Father. So we just come humbly before your throne this morning, and we ask for your grace and your mercies that are new every single day. And if you believe it, Chad, we're asking this in the mighty name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And if you believe it, you can drop a big amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
There we go, guys. Yo, bro, it feels so weird doing everything from this PC. I don't know why. It's going to take me a bit of getting used to. But, but Chad, let's get right into it. Sure, now again, bro. Are you opening with?
Yeah, I'm still you controlling. I'll lead you from my side. All right,
you love them, my brother.
Okay, Chad. Let's quickly look at what is happening this week. We've got Swissy coming up now in the next 20 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think anyone's trading the Swissy here, but if you do, just be aware GDP coming out. A little bit later today, we've got Bank of England's man speaking. Then also some PMIs coming out of Canada, and then big one, manufacturing PMIs later this afternoon. Later for the week, we've got CPI on Tuesday out of the Eurozone, so that's going to be an interesting one. We've got Aussie GDP coming out on Wednesday. ADP employment change, it is NFP week, so get ready to pay 200 Rand for one of your mentors. That should be fun. 200 Rand to a loading, I think out to a 750 Rand. But you actually do get a Boxmaster meal included, all right? But we first eat the wings, you just get the chips and the gravy. Hey, Chad. And then we've got rate decision on Thursday. And then obviously Friday is the big one, labor data coming out of the US. And then also quite a big deck of data coming out of the Eurozone. So Friday, all roads lead to the 200 Rand tour on Friday. Looking on the weekly dollar index, let's jump straight into the technical. So last week closing bullish with quite a nice top wick. I would expect either this to be a support that's going to be broken down and the dollar to continue bearish. But I do want to state that if we start holding this flat body support area, dollar can potentially go and fill that wick. Effectively, we are in this uncomfortable little consolidation here on the dollar, but the last 2 weeks have been relatively down to the downside. Daily, however, already started breaking down below the previous daily low, so that is going to indicate that we are somewhat bearish here today, Chad, believe it or not. Currently, very strong move below Asia lows, so I do expect us at one stage to start correcting back to Asia lows, and that's going to be our zone to continue back down, or we can just continue down As you guys know, we can drop down, do some type of little consolidation, and then the next breakdown. But effectively, we are bearish. We can't do anything yet. We need to see some type of substructure. For now, just sit on your hands, be comfortable. It is a new month, a new week. You don't want to get yourself into trouble so early. All right. I'm going to start off with the monthlies here. Chad, bear with me. NASDAQ monthly, super bullish. Closing bullish up against this previous monthly resistance area. And what I want to note is that after the last 2 months, we've had that massive sweep to the downside. Now closing bullish. Do we expect NAS to continue bullish through this? Looking at the monthly. Do you expect price, after having this major monthly consolidation, to now just go bearish? Ask yourself that. Looking at this, now after last month's strong close, do we expect now this month to just drop down? That's the question I'm asking. This ship is in motion. This ship is moving. So where do you think it's going to go to next? Weekly, however, a little bit more tricky. Closing bullish right up against that resistance area. So effectively, we've got a nice little weekly range here. And I am bullish on the week for that wick fill as a minimum. So I am going to look towards the long side. On the daily, however, a little bit different scenario here. We've got this range on the daily. And technically, on a technical basis, we should be bearish, all right? That candle on Friday closed bearish, but I'm tilting towards the long side purely because if you look at what we are doing on the lower time frame, we are at Asia lows. So this morning I sent out to the guys, I said I'm looking for longs because there's our point of control. I want to see what we do on that test. And also we had Asia lows. So unless we really start trading below it, I'm going to look for buys. And that is NASDAQ from a US 30. Let's check the monthly candle there quickly. Monthly, beautiful, bullish engulfing, closing back inside of this range. I just want to show you guys. So effectively, this is your monthly range, Chad. We can go from here. We can even pull back on the monthly into that 41,700. Hold as support and then start making our way to the upside. So bullish on the month for me. Weekly, same as NAS. We've got this uncomfortable little consolidation here on the weekly. But I am effectively bullish on the week. Daily, I'm also bullish. However, this is a little bit uncomfortable on the daily. And I say that because we are effectively in a daily range. So let's just do this. This is our daily consolidation. And if we then break it down into minor zones, we've got these two little minor zones in between. So these are the 3 zones that we will be trading in. We held support on Friday. That's why I'm bullish today. 2 consecutive bullish daily candle closures, so I'm still bullish. If we close bearish today, somewhere in this zone, I will be bearish. But for now, I'm still looking long and strong. And I'm actually in some longs from that zone right there. So please do not take these trades. You will lose all of your capital. I do not suggest you do what we do here because you will lose. All right, so please. And my target actually is 220. There's it. Alrighty, so I'll monitor Asia lows, see what we do there, but effectively I'm looking long. Gold on the weekly. Let's quickly check gold on the weekly. Also very tricky. Let's go to the monthly quickly. Monthly closing bullish. All right, so that is very interesting, Chad. What do we expect if we get a closure like this, Chad? What do we expect when we get a closure like that? I just want to find out from you guys. In terms of volume, what do we expect? No. No. Volume. Yes. Fibs. Beautiful. So this monthly candle is going to be a big one because all of that volume is compressed in there. And on a technical basis, we should be bullish. But then also on a seasonal basis, we should be bearish. All right. So one thing to note, bearish closure on gold last week. We've got this consolidation here. So unless we start trading above the previous weekly high and we hold above it, I'm going to be bearish on the week because that is effectively a false breakout. That's a fake out. We tried to break through. We never continued higher. We closed back inside of the range. This could just be a top wick for this thing to come all the way down. Okay, on the daily, what do we have on the daily? The daily now, however, is something a little bit different. The daily effectively Friday closing bearish right at that support that we've been talking about. And there is our daily range high. And while we are trading above the previous daily high, we can go all the way up to 33.59. So this is looking somewhat bullish. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But also looking at where our point of control is. It's all the way down here. So I'll be very, very careful taking any buys or anything up here. But again, this is gold. This thing can run. Nothing for me on gold. I would want to see how we form price here at 33.50. So gold is a skip for me this morning. GBPUSD on the weekly closing bearish, however closing bearish above this previous little breakout zone. Still effectively bullish for me. I cannot be bearish on one bearish weekly candle. I'm still overall bullish. Daily time frame started breaking above the previous daily high. I am bullish. I basically broke this down for you guys last week, showing you that we are effectively in a bull cycle, Chad. All right. We spoke about it from these lows. You can clearly see that we are bullish long term on GBPUSD. And for that reason, we expect price to continue higher. Okay. Now jumping to the lower time frames, what do we have here? Massive displacement above Asia highs, massive displacement above previous daily high. So very simple for me. Once we start correcting, I want to see if we hold this zone, because then effectively we are going to get a continuation. GJ, last but not least, GJ on the weekly. Let's just clear all of these drawings. GJ on the weekly, beautiful bullish close, quite a bit of top wicks going on here. I am effectively still bullish because we closed up against this resistance. GJ has been an absolute shit show, but nonetheless, I would expect that to be filled, that weekly candle. So bullish on the week for me. Daily, however, pulling back into this previous little consolidation zone here. Let me just do this. There we go. All right, so that is our daily ranges. So we have a confirmed resistance. On the technical front, I should be bearish, but we closed bearish holding this zone. So it's going to be interesting how today closes. And then looking at what we have with Asia range. Asia lows taken. Very likely Asia highs will now be taken. And there's your point of control. And I would want to say, Chad, looking at this, yeah, we are still very much bearish. Yeah, there's nothing I like here on GJ, Chad. Yeah, I would skip it. Your trade was here this morning when Asia lows was swept for Asia highs, but now it's in the middle of nowhere. But Kigo, that's me, my brother.
Hey, there we go.
That is me. That is me.
All right, guys. Let's have a look at. Let's start us off with the dollar. So dollar, again, going back to this, I've been talking to you guys that I have been very, very much bearish on this pair. Obviously, the breakdown, traded a little bit bullish at the end of last week. tested back in that weekly key level, and now obviously having that massive sell off there. So I am still bearish. I've said to you guys I'm going to be bearish all the way back down to this weekly yearly support area, basically on 97,000. So definitely still looking for some big sell-offs here on the dollar. That hasn't really changed for me yet. For me to change my outlook on that bearish momentum, I'm going to have to need to see quite a few things, and right now none of that is coming into play. We are seeing that bearish momentum continue. Always just understanding those price. Whenever we do see a massive move, you have to know there's going to be that pullback coming at some point, and that's exactly what we had. So when we saw this type of momentum coming here from the dollar, just the idea of knowing you're not getting caught out here, you're sticking to the plan, know what you want to do, and seeing that bearish move coming all the way back in here. So nothing changes there for me. Going over to the indices. Now, this is where I want to say it gets a little bit more trickier. And the big thing for me, guys, is I have that neutral outlook. Now, we obviously finally, when we held that yearly pivot, traded away, we went bullish. Now, we had that point of last 2 weeks, where we had that massive sell-off on the indices. Now, with NASDAQ, we traded down, having this level of support come into play. USD, on the other hand, did go and close its gap. So with NASDAQ, the fact we didn't close the gap, that's the only thing I don't really like. But we are still holding this level of support, traded bullish, did take out the highs. Now, two things I want to take note of. So firstly, the fact that we took out the high, we always talk about this one with you guys. So taking out the high, having that close, not being able to hold support, and then turning bearish. The first thing, is going up, going bullish, taking this high of the previous day, and then turn around. So that's two things why we want to say this can turn bearish. Secondly, we always talk about this as a little bit of a doji candle. If I remember correctly, technically this wouldn't be a doji. I think if you go into proper candle formations and stuff, if I'm correct, this is a shooting star or something like that. The guys call it. Just having that little bit more of a bigger bottom wick. But the trend still stays there, that I am wanting to see a little bit more of a bearish move. Now, I want to say as again neutral, but because we have that, if this does continue bearish, again, monthly pivot I think will be the target for us. We will take out a previous daily low very simply, and this will come to this. Now, keep in mind on Monday, Tuesday, we always talk about if I am bullish, Monday, Tuesday is going to make the bottom of a weekly candles wick here for me. So trading into this level to then trade bullish the rest of the week. And it is an NFP week, so we can see that type of momentum come in. But on the same time as this daily, if this daily does turn bullish, I want to see the idea of us trading bullish. Now, why do I say that? Our weekly over here is above us. So the monthly pivot down below us, our weekly is above us. So two things happen. Now, we either trade down for the start, hit that monthly, and we trade bullish the rest of the month. But we can trade, as I say, if we do flip bullish, we want to see that volume come in, trade bullish, actually hit our weekly pivots, possibly even a previous daily high as we spoke about, then that reversal, and then see that sell-off come in. So hence why we're going to stay neutral on that outlook. Going over to the Dow Jones US 30. When we have a look here on the daily, guys, same thing. So what we want to take note of is, again, I said this, if you look back and remember there what I was saying with NASDAQ, we closed our gap. So that's the first thing. We did close this gap, actually taking out the lows and almost failing. So a little bit, if you want to put it this way, kind of an opposite of what we saw with NASDAQ. So closing that gap, having the bearish move, still technically holding over here on that yearly, and then going bullish. Now, the big thing is this bullish move coming into here on Wednesday. Thursday, having a big pullback, so it's still holding a key level. Now, the thing for us is this key level, we've seen the trade, we see it traded bullish, did have a doji candle, but we spoke about having that pullback this day. The reason being is because we wanted to see this fail to support and go bearish for the gap fill. But the difference for us now is that we still are doing this. So if you look here on a technical structure, if you want to talk about this, that is there. So you're still now making your low as lower high, and now we're going to go for that lower low. So monthly pivot coming into play. We want to see that come in. And the big thing, same as with NASDAQ, why we want to talk about it this way is if this breaks bearish, first things first, we can hold the monthly pivot and then go bullish. And this can be the point where we break a neutral and go bullish, because then our structure has had a shift. But if we continue completely bearish and we don't see that little bit of a bullish move, so for example we break here, taking a previous daily low, not rejecting, and I rather see that volume hold, we can see this drive all the way to that yearly pivot again, and then right back down to that daily key level. So it can be a very, very interesting one for us with the US 30. On the other hand, with gold, again, we have a little bit more of a bullish outlook with a neutral play. Now, the big thing for me is, again, gold going very, very off the bat here. I am pretty much bullish on this. And the thing for me, guys, is this kind of just being a little bit of a fake out. Trading in here, we did hit this. Now, if you guys remember, we saw this momentum. We were trading this the 2 weeks ago, last Friday. We were trading here. We said, if you look here, two things were going to happen. So, again, that's why you got to be on these streams. I said to you guys, if we were going to trade bullish, you saw volume was going to come in. Why? Because every time if we did go bullish here, we massively went bullish. Every time if we rejected or even closed here, we rejected. And this is just taking note of things. So when we close something like this, I said to you guys, good chance we're going to go bearish. And what happened? We traded bearish. Now, if we always talk about this zones, levels, support, resistance, however you want to do it, but keep your trading simple. So if we knew that was it, what was the first key area? Because this over here is all just range. But realistically, this is where the pivots come in. We know the yearly resistance is the first major level. So if we had to even have those cells, you knew this was the area we wanted to pay attention, our first key area. And what happened? We traded, we tested it, turned bullish. We then traded and went for that retest, holding it, had a bit of a pullback. Now, the thing which was significant about that pullback is just the idea that we not only held, obviously, the yearly, but we did also close back above those previous candles' daily lows. So holding major levels of support. And we're going to see that when we start dropping down to those 4 hours. Now going bullish. Obviously, the big idea here for me is that we are going to hold and go back for that level over there. So just going down to the 4 hour, you guys are going to see what we were talking about. So big level, closing, pulling back, and not being able to fail there. So it did open with a bit of a gap above the weekly, now trading bullish. So two things can happen here. Noting that our monthly pivot is underneath us, we can trade right back into this level, and you guys will obviously see that just is a little bit above that previous weekly high. So as I said to you guys, same thing as we spoke about last time. If we continue trading bullish over here, previous weekly highs, two things. We're going to trade, take that previous weekly high, hit this area, and just like that, we're going to see maybe a little bit of a break, and then we're going to see that rejection, and this thing can come all the way back down again. But if we do see this go here, we want to see this thing break, we want to see volume, and then this thing should just start to drive, and we can go all the way back up to that 3400 psychological level. Keeping in mind that once we are there, then we're going to slowly start targeting all-time highs. But 3400 definitely would be the target if we can break, hold support, see volume. Otherwise, I can see this thing coming right back down. And even then, maybe not all the way right back down. We could actually trade, do something like this, hit a little bit of a speed bump, and we could actually range around that weekly R1 till later, where we either break her out when we have momentum and volume, or then have that rejection. So it doesn't mean it has to come straight down like it did in the past. We can see there's a little bit of consolidation firsthand. But guys, that's pretty much everything from me, what I'm going to be looking at here. We're going to see, just take, as you always say, stick to our plan, trade the plan, and wait to see where the markets come to what we want and where we can take it from there. But guys, I don't have the horn here by me, but that is markets open, round one for the week. Ding, 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 ding. Fight, baby. And let's see what we are going to get into. Let's see what's happening. I'm trying to open an XM account, but always gets rejected. What can be the problem? Normally, my brother, if it gets rejected for whatever reason, it will literally pop a message up and tell you. So, for example, the other day, I was helping some people and they couldn't deposit money. But when it pops up, it says, listen, we don't take Capitec and we don't take time accounts. And obviously, they were trying to deposit with a Capitec. So, normally, if anything gets rejected, it should tell you why it's getting rejected. But just let me know about that. Apparently, support is investigating the issue. Okay. Let's see what else is happening here. Hi, Keys, what are your thoughts on the US-China recent trade tension about the violations that came out 3 hours ago? Honestly, Garrett, I haven't looked into it too much. As I say, I am still pretty much bearish on the dollar. So I'll see what happens there. But yeah, I haven't honestly looked into it too much as of yet. Awesome, King. Good morning, G's and Chad. All had a beautiful weekend. What's up, champ? Hope you're doing good, my brother. It was awesome meeting you in Cape Town. Mornings. What's up, Jason? But Chad, I hope you guys are doing good. It was really, really lekker meeting a lot of you guys at FMIS. And then the rest of you that weren't there, you guys were all missed. But it's good to be back on stream. Let's see what is happening here. Stage Trades, I'm going to be in contact with you a little bit later just so we can issue you that account. Morning guys, what happened to NASDAQ this week? We just did that breakdown. Good morning, love the streaming, learn something new every day. That's beautiful stuff there. Where's Miles? Miles had some things to sort out, so he'll be back in office, I think, next week, if I remember correctly. So yeah, he'll be back later on.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. I see Comet Capital has instant funding accounts. You heard about them? Are they legit? Jason, do yourself a favor. Ask my brother Bunang. They've stopped doing his payouts. As much as I know, he wants to start saying, "Oh, he misunderstood something in this." The minute an account's going to stop doing payouts, that's a big problem for me.
It's problems.
My career was very, very heavily dependent on prop firms, and I can tell you now, from all my experience of multiple prop firm accounts, when they start rejecting payouts, it's not a good sign.
Oh, Kyo.
Keek, should I message support? My ITK says message author. Very, very weird. Chris, what's your thoughts on that?
No, that's if they lost access to it.
Alright, so if you lost access to it, my brother, that would be the problem.
Email support.
Yeah, because either that means your account doesn't meet the criteria, the minimum requirements to have the indicator anymore. Keep in mind, guys, it's not a once-off thing. It's consistent. If you don't meet the requirements, you lose access to it.
Keys, we just throw there to my screen quickly.
There you go, my brother.
All right, Chad, we are now at the point where we want to see what is Asia Lows going to do.
Look at those TPs here, guys. Come back and the boys are just in the blues.
Like to keep things blue around these parts of the world. Alrighty, Chad. Nice, beautiful closure back inside the Asia range. Next up, that point of control. I just want to see where the daily flip is for us.
2K, just giving the bar on USD.
Really? Ace there. Okay. Chad, there's our daily flip. So we've got quite a bit to go.
Hey, Nizam, hope you're well, my brother. Are there any stop loss rules at Vault Funder? Bought myself the 60k ZAR challenge, ready to go. What necessarily do you mean by stop loss rules? If it hits your stop loss, it hits your stop loss. That's pretty much it.
We only lose when we want to. Absolutely correct. And we do not choose to lose this week. Chad, do me a big favor. If you have not done so already, just smash that like button. It's bottom left of your screen or on your phone. You will be supporting the channel. We've got quite a bit coming for you guys. So please help support the channel. And if you want to further support the channel, if you would be so kind, click the share button and just copy the link. You don't have to share it anywhere. It just counts as a share, and that way the algorithm thinks everyone is sharing this stream. Alright, so if you guys can do that for us.
Yo, chat, all I'm saying is there's a lot coming to 2Gs.
Sure.
It's going to be some moves being made now.
Is it gonna be a movie, Keeks?
It's gonna be a movie, guys.
These
next 6 months.
Is it not usually Is it not usually a 90-day thing where it's like the next 90 days?
You just gotta go monk mode for 6 months and then come back and you've actually lost everything. But 6 months, we're gonna change the.
No man. No man, Keeks.
6 months.
No, but usually it's like
normally it's 90 days.
Yeah, it's 90 days. Industry is not ready.
Yeah. 90 days and we'll become unrecognizable.
90 days. changing the game completely. It's weird how everyone is gonna change the game every 90 days.
Yeah.
What happened to just being consistent? Yo,
Yo, boys. Aye.
I don't want to. Hey, Brad.
Shad.
No, man, I'm finished, bro. I came in with the clean heart this week, bro. I came in with a.
Sure.
No, man, Chad. Yes, you guys are naughty.
Keep the chat going.
Hey, Brian, love you, my brother. Oh, you guys crack me up, man. Okay, but on a real note, we the 30 attempts that were made to try and hack the Iron 2000 code.
That is classic.
We still love you. Whoever, maybe it's one brother, maybe it's two brothers. We still love you. We pray for you. Just ask for the code. You don't have to try and hack the code. Just ask me for it. If you ask nicely, I'll give it to you. The last time I said that, 2 guys asked, and we gave them the code. 2 guys asked for it, so just be polite about it. You don't have to hack us. You don't have to try and hack us. Who's trading gold? Not me. Not me.
Bro,
this thing is way too extended.
Iron 2000 snapped that thing this morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
That thing TP4 and disappeared. Will drop a gear and disappear.
Asking you shall receive, you say, Chris. Yes. It's weird that people would wanna hack it. It's awkward. Very, very awkward. Thanks, gold. $5 grid first pullback. Yo,
bro, what did you guys do last week, by the way?
You
guys were having a party on stream or something.
We did well last week.
I saw last week. I always check the numbers afterwards on the studio, and if we have to go do a little bit of damage control. Did you see the one video? Completely monetization off. You can't even go correct it. It's just off. They were like, we're not even letting you correct this one.
Bro, which one is that?
I was like, oh, what did you boys do that day? You guys was throwing diss tracks on you or something, and
Brian, the first pullback, you heard it, yeah, but we heard it from what's her name, Linda Rashka.
Linda.
So Brian said last week, unfortunately, he learned about the $5 grids from you.
Up 4% on gold Iron 2000. Happy crying. Hey.
Just bring it back because I'm in a trade on that phone.
Yo, the happy tears there.
Do you see what the support did on Friday?
I saw it looked a bit scammy on Friday afternoon.
Bro, they gave the chat like a almost 200-point trade.
Did the trade play out?
Did you not see it?
I saw it, and then I saw it was in drawdown, and then I saw it was coming back, and then obviously we got on our flights at that time. So I don't know.
No, that thing smashed DP.
Sheesh.
Stofie, we're gonna start this week, my brother. We are basically updating the 1 minute for Iron 2K today, so it's ready. It's ready, so it's literally now just a case of pushing it live, and then we're starting with the automation.
You know, bro, very, very interesting thing. One thing I learned this week, or past week, is the community lies to you.
What?
What do they always say about emotions in trading?
You need to be emotionless.
Exactly.
What?
And all I was told this week was you need to trade with emotion.
Who said that?
Some ballers.
Hey.
And I was like, alright, bro. I'm going to come in here hot in New York session, bro.
Who said that?
We hit TPs. We're going to be throwing shit here, breaking stuff. Because apparently that's how you get TPs. What the update is...
Yes, Fabs. So this actually has got the daily bias built into it. Gucci convention.
Support giving TPs on stream and handling support. Hey. Wait, what? 2Gs? What are y'all stop loss and TP on US30? Pro tip, please. My brother, it's on the screen.
So the TP is 220 points. Please note the TP is based off the indicator that I basically shared with you guys. The average wick. So if I go on the daily, so I'm bullish on the day. So you guys can go and grab this. It's completely free. Basically the last 20 trading days, it's going to give me the average upper wick and the average lower wick. So the average lower wick is 137. All right. So you can see we pushed down to 157. My entry is very close to that 137. Just using the averages. Okay. And then the average daily range is 289. So if I take my calculator, using averages, purely not what I feel, but just using the numbers, 289 times 0.75, so I give myself a 25%, 216, round that up, that gives me 220. That's the reason for my 220 target. That's also the additional confluence I had with taking this trade, because it was very close to the average bottom wick, if that makes sense. So that is the reason. All right, chat, new point of control has been established here. So the majority of the volume sitting right at this node. We're going to monitor here and see if we can break through. If we can break through, I'm going to hold the trade. If we start to struggle here, I'm going to go break even on the trade. I can't even go break even because Caitlin is ordering groceries from my phone. So hopefully it breaks through. Otherwise, the groceries money is gone. Looking at gold here, gold is just absolutely doing a number here to the upside. So nothing there for me. That is just running. GBPUSD, as mentioned, super bullish. No pullback as of yet. Iron 2000 for some reason giving buys here this morning. I don't know why this thing would buy. And then GJ also, as mentioned, break even there, TP1. But again, as mentioned this morning, you would expect us to go to Asia highs. Rux, please put the video in if you guys want to trade Asia, the Asia model. We love all walks of the world: Asian, Caucasian, Indian. Yes. Let me not get into trouble here, but as mentioned, Asia lows swept. I think Ruxy would have destroyed this trade. This is his bread and butter trade there. Rux, if you can maybe confirm for me, my brother. What is the indicator name? It is called average wicks and daily range.
Look at this man making indicators now, Chad.
Yeah, Chad. I'm just
fun.
morphing into a different animal these days. Keegan, watch me change the trading industry forever in the next 90 days.
So here's the thing, bro. So in my Instagram bio, do I have Instagram indicator trader, and you're gonna have the indicator developer?
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
No, let's make it structural engineer turned financial engineer. Instead of building buildings, I build dreams.
Sure.
What do you think about that?
I feel that's a marketing campaign right there, bro. We can run that. What is the win rate on the trade for you indicator?
It's 5%. So we just do the opposite. So we've established what does not work, and then we do the opposite.
888 tattoo as well.
It's that
What?
frequency. The 888 hertz is a frequency.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Chad, I never know if this man's talking cock or not.
Yo, Chris, now we're getting somewhere. Bro, I swear to God, it's a frequency. Go check it out. The 888 frequency.
No, I'm just saying. I never know, bro. The way you can say things with a straight face.
No. It's the frequency of abundance. The 888 frequency.
Right. Chris' cousin Darren made his first million in 888 days. Oh. Hectic, bro.
My cousin. Alright. My cousin.
Good morning, legends. What's up?
Donnie, goeiemorgen. Nah, but I'm kidding, Chad. The guys should change the trading industry. It's always just good to see how the industry will change.
369 frequency is my fave. I got in. Chris is already trailing.
Bruh, I swear to you, the 888. The 888 is the frequency of abundance. Check here. What does...
By the way, bro, you didn't think if you break even in your trade now.
Oh, did you give me my phone? Shit. I'm still monitoring. What does the 888 frequency mean? Chad, I promise you. Check it. Is often referred to as the angelic frequency or abundance frequency. It's believed to be associated with attracting wealth, prosperity, and good luck. Chad, I know these things. Alrighty, Chad. Currently struggling here, but still holding Asia lows. Not too concerned to do anything drastic here.
Sorry, bro. Guys, as you say, gold hit that level perfectly. So hit previous weekly high, hit that level, and rejected. So we just want to monitor gold now.
Yo, how do you get involved with gold? I feel today is one of those days where you can just close your eyes and buy. Like if you're gonna try and short, you're gonna get wrecked.
Hey, bro, you must go check my analysis. I told the guys, if we reject there, I'll short.
Will you short? Show me.
Yeah.
You won't short. You won't short now. Show me.
I need some confirmation. Bro, I'm on the 1 minute. Like, give me some time here to
Real
to
men
see
will
this
short
confirmed.
into. Real men sell new highs and buy new lows.
Keegs was Mr. 88 not supposed to be on the podcast. He was, but now he's busy doing some life-changing stuff again. So maybe when he's done with that, we'll get him on the pod.
Hey, Keeks, what is Keeks starting things here again.
Sounds like some Elon stuff. Hey, they say the strongest 2 words in the world is I am. Right, Chad. It's going to be very, very interesting.
Keeks, will you put on an aircon just for like circulation, not necessarily
I
for...
was going to say, if you telling me now you're getting hot.
No, I'm not getting hot, just to get some,
Okay.
because we're pooping in here, you know.
Good day, guys. Hope you're blessed. I just want to find out with Iron 2000, do you only get it when joining XM, or can you join Prodigy and still get it as well? You're going to have to join one of them and find out, my brother.
But don't join it. It's not a good indicator. Please don't join it. Don't join the indicator.
Chad, this is when you know we started losing. I used to get eggs and toast for breakfast, and now I'm getting porridge again.
Right, it actually looks like prison porridge.
It's been a tough few weeks here, guys.
Alrighty, Chad. Let's check. Oh, that's struggling.
Chad, what was the most insightful info you learned at FMIS? Well, to be fair, only some people were there, not everyone was there.
Chad, I'm going to break even here. I'll look for re-entries if we can get above the point of control. So, just letting you guys know we are going break even here.
Prison porridge, those girls are gonna get you guys assault again. Hey, you're bringing back trauma, yeah.
Assault.
Yeah.
Assault. Okay, Chad. Break even for me. So what I'll do is I will, if we get it break even, I will check for re-entries above that point of control. As mentioned, we need to hold above that zone. If not, we can continue lower. Gold. Okay, gold is coming into that daily zone very, very quickly now. So I agree with Keegs that you can potentially short here.
You need a much higher time frame confirmation.
But I've also seen gold do this. Well, and you just get rammed, and it's not nice.
Well, that's the thing. The level it's at now is what I said to them. If we reject here on higher time frame with some good confirmation, 100% I'll short. But if this thing stays here like it is now and it holds, and you must know when it gets through that level, it's going to pump. It's going to go.
Have you checked? What's on it? Check here. So since 7 o'clock. Hasn't even come back. Gold. You check. So that's the only reason I'm saying.
I was like, wait, so which is it? This one that's.
No, this piece.
That's what I was gonna sound like.
No. Chad, that's break even for me. So we will check for some re-entries if we get it. Point of control rejected. Now coming all the way back down. So we shall see what she does. NASDAQ also coming all the way back down to Asia lows. Point of control is all the way up there. Currently, we've got a secondary point of control starting to develop here. So that point of control, similar to US30, can shift down as well. Remember, point of control was up there for US30, then it shifted down here.
By the way, Chad, I don't know, was this spoken about or since when it changed, but how's it having none of that buzz anymore, Chad? Obviously for me, this is like my first day back.
The guys miss it. A lot of them said it almost sounded like the 888 frequency. And for some reason, they were abundantly profitable.
Hey, if we start losing trades, you'll bring them back.
No, but it got very bad.
Really?
Like you couldn't stream with it.
I love how Chad. Okay, hold on. Well, did it get worse, or is that just because Chris and them finally were streaming again and they actually had to listen to it through headphones now? No. Because I was telling these guys, and I think that's why Mo and them weren't in a rush. Because I'm like, Oaks, this thing is going through our heads.
Tell these guys I was busy operating different cables, running around, getting a new sound.
No, but I'm just saying to them, Chad, like you guys know, for 2 weeks. We sat through it like, Mo's going to come rewire this thing. They're going to come do this. And did it actually get worse? Or did it just because now they were listening to it?
But Keegs, you know what they say, if you want something done right, you do it.
Yeah.
yourself.
But I never work with the sound desk.
Exactly. That's why I did it.
God worse, yes. Like that thing was.
No, it was
going through us.
literally to the point where you couldn't
No,
you
it
couldn't even
was-
stream. It wasn't even a little buzz. It was chalked. Chad, NASDAQ, US 30, all taking a dive here. So, we're going to have to see what is going to happen. Remember, Monday, beautiful rejection there off that point of control. In a different world where my bias is not bullish, that would have been a beautiful sell. Gold still running. What is Bitcoin doing? I was actually checking Bitcoin over the weekend. How did the monthly close? Ooh, Chad, monthly close very, very solid for Bitcoin.
The Bitcoin.
Okay, one thing I do want to add though is if you look at this previous cycle, this 2021 cycle, I don't know if you guys can see this. Just look at that. Bullish breakout, pushed up, took the previous monthly high, then reversed. Now, do you guys think we can get something similar here? What do you guys rate? So it is bullish. It is a potential bullish breakout. But again, yeah, this is very, very similar. We created a new all-time high, then made one more high. Everyone got hyped up and then got absolutely just demolished. So if you think about it from a retail perspective, I think you're going to start seeing a lot of crypto headlines now. Guys are going to wonder, should I, must I, could I? But then, yeah, this is where they're like, fuck it, this thing is going to 500,000. And this is where they're going to absolutely bully the retail traders. That's just my theory. That's what I'm thinking. If I just think about how consumers react, it's like this is where they're going to, this is where 90% of the retail market is going to get clapped. That is one idea that I have. But again, it could be different, maybe not. Big trap coming. Stove, I've got the same feeling, my brother. I've got the same feeling. I actually want to get into shorts if we can get a weekly Stofy like this, pushing up, closing bullish, and then a week after, something like that. That for me is going to be gold. Liquidity sweep, bearish engulfing, trading back inside the range, and then you've got a very easy run into 77. That is my idea on it. Ooh. Turtle trader. Rux, why am I a turtle trader now? Turtles. They've been clapping retail. Yeah, bro. But I decided over the weekend I'm not going to miss the next crypto run. I looked at my portfolio. There's some moves that I'm gonna make. Good luck, Ruby. Good luck with the exam, my brother.
Hey, best of luck. I like Dueno.
Wait, what? Brian, what is going on? What do you mean? Chris, wait. Yeah, Stope. No, that's what I'm saying. The cycle looks just too familiar. Hey, man. We're always getting in trouble here on these streams. Boys are always doing naughty things.
The boys choosing violence.
Just the guys are naughty. I feel like we should get Brian on a podcast as well. But we'll be neutral, Chad. We'll just sit there and we'll just let Brian vent his experience of the industry the last couple of years. Chad, one of the members sent me a message on Friday. He's a ICT trader, and he shared one of his setups. And I said, "That's the beauty of trading." And I said, the way that he looked at it and he took his trade, I said, "There's 4 other ways that you could have also gotten into the same trade, using either support and resistance, using some type of volume analysis." And I said, effectively, we all trade the same thing. It's just a case of everyone's taking their approach from a different perspective. The one guy might take a fib and he will trade the fib. Another guy might look at a rejection level. So effectively, we all trade the same thing. We just have a different scope that we...
Bro, all I'm saying, Chad, this was an eye-opener for me, is how bad some of these mentors are. OXB charging you money, and then they don't know how to open a trading account.
Huh?
Bro, I was...
Wait, where?
I was dying.
You haven't told me this now.
These oaks sit there, oh no, this, we're going to make you millions. Then they turn to you and go, yo, can you just help me set up the account though?
Who's this now?
Oh,
I don't know.
Bro, I told you we're not choosing violence.
Wait, okay, let me just mute here for a bit.
Open it, okay.
That's when you've been selling too hard, Keegs.
That's when you know that man hasn't touched the trading account.
Yo, in years.
I was Cape Town, Keisha, not too late for that. No, Cape Town was eventful. It was eventful. I should just realize you talked about me a lot. Yesterday or... Hey.
Yeah, Chad, I won't take this sell, eh? This is a current weekly low, daily low. I wouldn't take that sell.
Chad, I wanna... Hold on. I had it in the original post of the weekend thing. And then I was like, nah, I'm not going to put it up there because it's not trading related.
No, the same wants to sell. What is that?
Let me see, bro. Chad, just listen to this. Oh, yes. I'm going to play you guys a little something. Hey, my brother. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, good. Hey, bro, I just wanted to call just to say goodnight.
Else who's asking if you're drunk?
Chad, we wanted to post this video. I only realized after the fact we get back to one night and I'm like, I have to do that trend to Chris. That'd be funny.
Bro, your phone's man, it's like, Chris, I'm like, Keegan, what are you doing? Hey. First, I didn't know what to say because I was like, is Keegan not okay? What is happening?
Bro, but please, I
Keegs,
swear.
Keegs, there's a potential inverse fair value gap trade, yeah.
Ooh, alright, we're gonna lock in.
Right,
here.
yeah, let's see.
We're gonna lock in.
Chad, inverse fair value gap, liquidity swept, session low. Let's see as soon as we break above here. Inverse. Beautiful. Let's see it. Okay, Keeks, sorry, man. Continue.
Whenever we travel again, bro, wherever we gonna choose a place,
Yeah.
we're gonna re-pick about 3 times, and then that's where we stay.
Was it
Bro,
short?
every time. I don't
Did
know
they
what.
catfish you again? Or they catfished us?
Bro.
But you're not gonna lie, on the photos it looks
No, the
sick,
photos-
bro.
So the first thing I was a bit skeptical is when we walk in the place and it says, "Yeah, what luxury micro living."
Micro.
I was like, oh boy,
Everything is micro.
oh boy. This is gonna
But then
be-
on the ad they say penthouse. Did you see the ad? Penthouse villa.
I promise you, this is not a word of a lie. I honestly, I actually wanted to take a video for you just to show you. I would have loved to have seen you shower there.
Is everything micro?
Chad, I climb in this shower. Is the shower head not in line with my jaw?
But how though?
Bro, I'm basically on my knees.
But
in
why
the shower
is it?
trying
But
to
why
wash
is
my
it so
hair.
low though?
Uh,
Is it? Are the ceilings low as well?
No. Well, not yes and no. Like, they're not as high as these, but I mean, these aren't like high ceilings. But
Nah, bro.
it was.
That is the second penthouse villa.
it
The other
was-
penthouse villa was there in the hood.
To be fair, that one was better.
Really?
Yeah. Like, you were in the hood, but the place is better.
That was actually a decent. That was like a 2-story. You had the.
You go to bed at night, and I mean, but that's usual Cape Town. There in Long Street, you go to bed and you just hear a little, bah, bah, outside.
Huh?
3 minutes later,
Are you
Right?
serious? Did you hear
I
gunshots?
promise you.
Did you hear gunshots, bro? Damn, Keeks.
It is,
You guys
bro.
had a nice view of the mountain there. Stofy just closed his gold bars. Beautiful. Stofy, yeah, that is that zone where it could reject. But whenever gold's like this, it can give you a very aggressive pullback. We've seen it a couple of months or weeks ago. It can literally do one candle sweep like this and then literally trade back there. So just be very, very careful.
What's it? It's green. I don't want to say green point. Green square or something. Chad, literally, Long Street. So we were on Long Street, but then you go off Long Street into alley. You guys, that's what I'm saying. It's the square something. It's where all those shops and guys set up during the day. Green Market Square, yeah. That's it. So in Green Market Square, I know there is that bougie like hotel, which
But it's
even to
not
me
that
doesn't
one.
make sure it's that hotel's
But it's
there.
not that one.
But it's not that one. That's the one next to it on the little alleyway. Bro,
Bro, why do we
get
always
there.
stay in the hood?
We get there. This is the first time I climb into a place that's, again, keep in mind this is a maybe penthouse. We climb into the elevator and there's just posters all over the elevator.
No drug.
Please make sure there will be any one caught with marijuana or anything. We have a penalty of
Bro, it was
5,000
the
rand.
same. It was the same in.
No, but it's like no. And if you after your stay, there's a fumigation test in your room. If they smell anything of it, that's 2,500. They'll hit you with after the fact. Do we not walk in? That's where literally we opened that door. We walked out when I took the video.
to
There's
smell marijuana.
these Nigerian oaks literally because the balcony is next door. Like you can literally peep around the corner and climb onto their balcony. And these oaks are just there having a party, bro. Just
Puffing it up.
everywhere, bro. I was like, all right, nice. Yo, keys, I have a 5-bedroom house in Garden Center. You guys can stay there next time if you guys want.
Thanks,
That's,
Gareth. We're gonna take you up on that. Keys gonna put it off now. Aren't you getting cold? Joy, you're chilling us up here. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna choose again. I'm gonna give it over to you.
Bro, at this point, I will pay like the extra 2,000 rand, for example, on the bill, and then just go stay in Sea Point or something. Like,
But
that's where I'm at this point.
we'll find that sour teeth on Seapoint. Where it's like, hey, you guys should Seapoint, we got wrecked. We'll find that sour teeth to suck on.
Most important is to read the reviews.
Bro, but the reviews were good though.
Bro, how's this? So literally, we talked to the lady. We were interrupted twice while we were there.
Yeah.
We had to have the plumber come in while we were staying there. So we literally had to have the plumber come because he had to fix the toilet and something else.
Yeah. Tough
Then
scenes,
we
okay.
outed the expo.
Sorry, when is the Barbarians game?
28th.
Okay. Let's actually look now for
Then
July, June.
June now. It's just before all of
Do you
our
want to go
test
this
starts.
Saturday or the Friday?
The game's is Saturday. My thing is maybe we go Friday because that Friday night we can go for dinner with the guys.
And then we leave on Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sunday afternoon. We are not doing Sunday morning.
Wait. No, but okay.
I'll chat to him. But
No, I don't think. No.
my thing is, if you want to, because technically we're not going to do the next one, which the next one we are invited to,
Which one of them?
the Loftus one.
No, we didn't. Loftus.
We can't because that's the week we moved the thingy to now.
No, we do Loftus as well.
That's
bro.
what I said. So we can do Barbarians, Loftus, and MPE.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do all three. Why do one if you can do all three?
Because that one is, I think, all paid for us. We don't have to pay for that one.
Loftus.
Yeah.
No, we do Loftus, bro.
Because Loftus, they have a box.
No, we do all three of them. Okay, so you're saying Sea Point here, my brother.
To be fair, actually, I've stayed in Bloberg before the Airbnb. That was actually very good. The only thing is if you
Oh,
stay in
the
Bloberg,
traffic,
you
it's
have to have
short.
your own car as well, though.
Yeah, but you're short there, bro. Here's something decent. Conde in Cape Town. Prime location. Right by the sea.
I would say if they say prime location, bro, then I'm like,
Bedroom full bathroom. Oh, but this is a 1-bedroom. We're gonna need to, unless you're comfortable with me sleeping next to you.
As long as we're not doing the naked thing, bro, then we're good.
Keeks, have I ever been naked, bro? Like with, like whenever we, that cover, dude. Let's be serious here. I feel like Ed could surprise you with that, and it's like, Ed, bro, no.
You're gonna travel, Ed's just gonna rock up
It's
and be
like,
like,
nah,
"Guys, what do you mean? Like, I always sleep naked."
It's like, Ed, you know, like I'm throwing it out, bro. We're gonna get into a fist fight. If I see Ed naked, I'm like, bro, we are fighting now. we are getting into a fist fight immediately. We are throwing hands, me and Ed. But first, put something on. Okay, Keeks, this is decent, bro. So it says nautical penthouse apartment. Okay, but this is Sea Point, Chad.
I was gonna say the last twice we've been
no.
catfish, they say it's a
Okay.
penthouse and it's not.
Okay, so this is nautical. We'll go back to the ad, Chad. Okay, look at this. This looks decent. Exposed concrete. Keeks not answering that question. When you come to Cape Town,
Wait, what
stay
question?
in the suburbs. Okay, Keeks, this looks decent. Exposed concrete. Very nice little kitchen there. Little chill area. Let's check. Subway tiles. This looks a little bit.
Wait, what area is this?
Sea Point. I'm gonna
Okay,
show you now.
okay.
There you can see. I think that's
Yeah.
Lion's Head.
Yeah, this already looks better. It does look better. I swear, if we get catfished again.
This looks decent. And you've got like a little balcony. Okay, I'll show you where it is, Keeks. Check here. Nautical penthouse rooftop pool. This is. Why can't I see the area now? How do I see the area? Oh, there's it. Literally there.
Okay, no, that should be good. That
Bro,
should be good.
that's. So we
We
close.
were actually at a lacquer pub over there.
So we close to the stadium. I think stadium is there.
just zoom in there where you are.
Yeah.
Does it show the play only fools? Where's that?
No.
It's on that main road there somewhere.
But the stadium is here, eh?
Yeah. Okay, no, that's
No,
decent.
yeah, there's a
That's
DHL.
proper, yeah.
So we can literally just walk down to the stadium.
Yeah. Waterfront will be good also, Chris.
Must I reserve it first?
Cape Grace, my G's.
I want to reserve it.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
What do you think we're getting catfish?
Bro, I promise you, if we get catfished again with that,
Come on, bro. We can't get catfish.
that's not a walk.
Chad, wait. Let's
Yeah, I don't know.
let's ask the
Chris
chat.
thinks he's walking. We're not walking, but
Chad, okay, wait. Let's just before we book it.
Chad, you're gonna be in this with us if we get
Chad.
catfished again.
Chad, okay. Okay, nautical penthouse apartment, rooftop pool. This is the area. Let's firstly establish Sea Point. It's here between Milner and Albany. All right. These are the photos. Okay, let's just go through it. Can the chat
Oh,
see it?
look at the area around it. I worked in a Sea Point. There is still some dodgy parts there.
Nah, okay, you see. Bro, I can't then.
You'll need Camelback for that stroll.
Who said that? That's a long walk. No, man. God,
Try
I
the
can't.
Clarendon, same road. I saw another one. What did someone say there?
Chad, this
Try-
doesn't look bad. Exposed concrete. Hayden, I don't know this brand. Is that Hayden? Is that a good brand?
Yeah, it is.
I don't think it is.
Kate, it is. Kate loves it.
Okay, Hayden is like a Timo version of Schmick.
It's yeah.
Okay. It's not. Okay. Hadden.
That's
Um.
that's not the best side of it.
Nah, Chad.
don't
Come on.
come your way
Come
this.
on. Don't talk cock now.
The
Is it-
quarter.
Is the Chad saying it's shitty?
Chad, you guys playing with us?
Nah, man, Brian. Be real now with us.
Try get something in that area because on game day the roads will be blocked off. Wait, hold on. Why don't we stay at I don't know what the rooms actually cost. The Radisson that's there.
No. We're talking like $6,000 a night.
What was
Look.
this?
This is like in total 3.5 for 2 nights. No. I've checked Radisson.
Because I was gonna say is that Radisson.
no,
What's the
Radisson.
Radisson collection or something? And that's right behind the stadium. Like that's right behind it.
Penetrated. Violated. No, you'll get violated very badly.
Chris sent you a place I stayed in when I was in Cape Town in November last year. Was awesome.
Who sent that?
Fobs.
I thought it's if Brian sends you anything, chat, just delete the message.
Waterfront will work.
Just delete the message. Don't even. Brian, I lost that one, and that was a lacquer one. Wait, let's just go 2
Just
bedroom.
press back.
No, you can't. 2 bedroom. Okay. Let's see if there's something like on the stadium.
Okay, let's.
Chad, we're just waiting for this inverse fair value gap to get violated, then we're going to go long.
Wait, so when are you choosing from? The Friday or the Saturday? Friday.
From the Friday, yeah. We're going to have to book. I think flights are already chalked, bro.
They're gonna be pricey.
I think we.
Oh, here's the one you found.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay 20,000 Rand for 2 nights.
Wait, what?
The waterkant.
Is that the one Fob sent you?
No.
I'm gonna say, yeah, the Fobs you balling
But
out there, bro.
why is it 5?
Bro, this one looks proper. Like,
I haven't put in the dates. So you say June 28th. So from the 27th. Okay, here we go.
this is hectic, bro. This one has to be good,
Which one is that?
bro.
How much is it?
5
That's not bad.
for 2 nights.
But check this one, Keegs.
Like this is big, bro.
This almost looks like JP van der Spey can pop out of your pool. This one, yeah. Is it on my screen? Yeah, you actually get JP van der Spey as like as a feature. You'll come out and he'll just be in the pool. And it'll be like, hey, J-Bo, what's happening, my bro?
Okay, hold on. Let's just go see it quickly. So
I don't think that other one is bad, though. Look, this one's got a very nice little...
Let's just think about this, bro. Because end of the day, we gotta find. Okay, hold on. Let's have a look at this one, yeah. Because this thing,
Where's that?
green points. But
You check, I can't go back here, Keeks. Check there. There's no back once
But I did find it on my one.
they
so
chalk
it's
you.
quite easy to find. I do think that's actually a good idea, though, bro, for us to find something close to the stadium because the roads are going to be a mission.
Okay, let's put on the filters here.
Wait, hold on, bro. Wait, why don't we do that?
Not go.
No. I'm going, bro. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, the one
Bro,
time
yeah.
Barbarians come and we
Dude,
don't
listen
go.
here. Yeah, we are literally on the stadium. We can literally smell the stadium from here.
No, but that's what I'm looking at now.
And it's got a pool and stadium views. Look at
Because
that.
this is basically, we know that
Ooh.
area because that's where Thingy stays.
Who?
The penthouse.
Oh, no, but he stays in Onyx.
No, but I'm saying, but that's like very close here.
Yeah.
So
Keeks, look
we
at
know
this,
is
bro.
a good area.
Stylish 2-bed pool and stadium views. Look at this, bro.
If it even says there's stadium views.
Bro, look at this. Like, it's quite old, the apartment.
Chad,
You
if
can
any of you go rent these places before us,
Bro, there literally we
we
can
will fight
see.
you.
Look here, we can see the stadium.
I feel like that's good. That cannot not be safe there. But you know what? They're catfishing us, bro. They showed us everything other than our room.
Bro, is this our pool? And it's a
Can't be.
communal.
That's what I'm saying. They're
yeah.
showing you everything that's not ours. They're gonna give us, and there's also gonna be some micro living shit.
Keeks, I don't think this other one is bad, bro.
No,
Honestly.
we don't need a pool though. It's nice.
No,
but
no,
we
no.
don't need one.
Like, how close do you really want to be to the... Chad, this can't be that far from here to there. How far do you think that is, Keeks?
I'm not walking it.
God, bro. What do you mean you're not walking it? Of course you can walk it. Okay,
Right.
let's say yeah. What is this one? Yeah. Apartment.
Okay,
in
yeah,
Banter.
here's my point. Walking there, you know what? It's going to be a little bit of a warm up. The issue comes when we got to walk back.
No, but then you can Uber.
I was like, the walk back, bro, that's going to feel 3 times as long.
I don't think that one was bad that we had, bro. What is this one?
Oh,
I
Chris, you're going to get a stick with that walk.
Little camelback. This looks decent.
Why don't you guys book on Booking? Because I cannot handle the rejection on Airbnb though. To be fair, I've had 2 people book through bookings.com and they both got scammed. So I will not.
He doesn't like the rejections. What? How do you mean the rejection?
Good luck finding Ubers when the game is over. Do you have old Amta in him?
Now we're gonna walk. Okay, Keeks, but we really need to sort this out after
We
the
need to
stream.
sort it out off the street.
We need to really
Because we need to
get...
do that and, ooh, bro, I don't even want to think about the flights.
I'm gonna check the flights now. I'm checking the flights now.
Keys, you taking the cells. Let's have a look here on the 15.
Just put it on your screen, eh?
Yeah, I'll put it on so long. The 15, I mean, has tested, rejected. Now it's holding previous weekly high. Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm not against it yet, but for example, the 1 hour, I want to see something like this, a 1 hour and 4 hour or something kind of rejected, because these are the main time frames we've seen in here. So it is looking very good. Keep in mind, if this does reject, if I'm going to get a sell here, I'm literally going to be targeting something like all the way back down to Asia low. So just if I'm waiting, I'd rather wait and be safe because I'm still going to look for a big move. But yeah,
I've never been rejected on Airbnb. Never.
yeah,
I think it's to do with remember the owners of the place actually give you a review as well. So if I log into mine, the owners dropped a review for me. So if you've got a bad review, if you like broke some stuff, maybe you left the place in a mess, then obviously you're gonna get a bad review.
yeah.
And that way they can basically say, listen, this guest is not ideal. Let me see. And I've done maybe like 300,000 Rand worth of bookings through.
Yeah, Tariq, so the one you sent me there, bro, that's literally the one I was looking at.
So I've got 5 reviews.
That was the exact same one I was looking at. Wow, so it was very, very nice. So this is definitely one myself and Chris are gonna consider.
Chris made the booking on behalf of a colleague and it was a pleasure to host him. He was friendly, tidy, and showed great respect for our accommodation. We would be delighted to welcome Chris or any of his colleagues again in the future. Chris and his group were great guests and treated my space as their own. They are welcome back anytime. Our home was respected and left in good condition by Chris and his group. It was lovely hosting Chris at the CAG, The View. He communicated well and respected the house rules. We'll be happy. Brad, have you read your reviews on...
I used to. I haven't.
Brad, I'm pretty flattered now that I've...
Bro, all I'm saying, and I was laughing to Kate about this afterwards when we left Cape Town. You know things are going bad When I've got a personal connection, I would Gucci. They're like,
Yeah.
no, man, we'll send you all the updates in future and sales, and we can just process. You don't even have to come
Were
back.
they there
here.
at FMAS?
No, I was there, mate, at the waterfront.
Oh, at the waterfront.
Yeah.
Did you get something?
Nah, to be fair, I honestly was going to, and then they didn't have my size and what I wanted.
Could you put it there on my screen? No, I'm just looking to get good reviews on Airbnb. If you've been rejected on Airbnb, chat, we gotta chat about these things, eh? You gotta up that game. I always say, okay, but to be honest, that's just how I was raised. You don't go and mess up other people's shit. That is just not on. If you've ever worked for something in your life and you had to really work hard for it and it's your own, just put yourself in that scenario. Somebody's going to use your thing. How would you want it to be used? If you've had property, if you've had tenants, you would know. They are animalistic.
Randy was a respectful guest and would host again.
Hey, beautiful. Welcome at my place. Bro, so my first ever property I had, that's where we got married, moved into it, and then later on moved out and then rented it. So it's like a little duplex unit. We had the top one. The guy downstairs phones me. He's like, I don't know if something's wrong, but there's like water coming from the front door, literally down the stairs, like a waterfall. Phone the tenants. They're like, oh yeah, the water was off the previous night. They might have forgot it on. Flooded the entire place. All the cupboards chalked. I'm like, all right. Get there, fix all the cupboards, get there like 3 months down the line. Around the sink, you know when you do your melamine tops around the sink, it's sealed and stuff. I don't know why the fuck, sorry Chad, they would take the sealant off. Everything swollen to shit, like around the sink, broken. I'm like, yo.
Nah, people, bro, it's
animalistic, bro. And these are people that they were earning decent. Like you could see their pay slips. They're not poor. And you're like, nah.
they just behave like animals.
Alrighty, Chad. We are basically getting that inverse fair value gap now. We are going to go long and strong. 3 minutes. The key is to just get people that are animals, bro. They are, even though they've got money, they're just bad. But you can ask gigs. We literally, before we go make our beds, the entire place is clean. We don't even leave the place. Literally looks like you the way we got it. We've never left the place in a mess or anything. No, Brian. Oh, it's that's why I say I would rather not have property. Tenants are just Wait, Chris has a beard. No. I don't have a beard. It's maybe just the light. Can you see the beard, Keegs? Starting to...
It's coming through there, bro.
Going for the lumberjack look.
And he's got his old flannel and everything now.
Yeah. Alright, chat, in 2 minutes 25. We are going long. inverse fair value gap. Could have actually longed there because we're still holding that support. We're going to long it here somewhere. Chris, gaan jou moer. Chris, it is because you have a spirit of excellence. Yes, Donnie, and because my dad blixened me from a young age. It was drilled into us. And then when you've got a wife that's got a spirit of excellence 24/7. Did Elsby not make us clean the entire house on Friday night? All the dishes, everything. I'm like, yo, Liffy, hey. Yeah, she's just can't go to Saturday night as well. I think mentally she just needs to declutter the house because otherwise she can't sleep.
No, that was us, bro. Saturday. We get back obviously Friday night. I'm like, yo, I'm sleeping in tomorrow. Did I not wake up? The vacuum's going, the washing machine's going. Caitlin's busy, like, deep cleaning the whole house. So I'm like, yo, really now?
And what I love about my wife is she decides when she wants to do it.
And you must just...
You must just fall in, bro. It's just like, what?
It's like, I wasn't consulting when I wanted to do it.
It's like you can't start these side quests and then be mad at me if I don't climb in.
The best for me is Kate, bro, they'll ask you like, okay, can you do this for me? I'm in the middle of something. I'll do it in 5 minutes. Just let me finish this up. 30 seconds later, she's doing it. I'm like, I said I'll come do it. I'm just busy. Yo. No, it's fine. I see you. You don't want to do it. It's fine. I asked once. I won't ask twice.
Okay. Chad, I entered some longs here. Longs here on the inverse fair value gap.
Did you really enter?
Yeah, there. I'm in already a little bit lower. But this is the inverse fair. I literally entered on. Okay, you would know why I entered. Keeks, check here.
Yeah.
Check here quickly. So literally there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Morning G's, it's called respect for others. Yeah.
100%.
But if you just start cleaning when they sleep in, might as well go sleep at an Airbnb that night.
I love how they decide, like last night I got wrecked as well. So I was watching the Formula 1. And I just hear calling me like, I need to come take out the black bag. Because we've got like this little contraption, you've seen it with like the lid and everything. And she's like, and I'm like, I'm gonna come do it now. Like I literally fell asleep. I'm waking up now. And I get downstairs and I get wrecked, bro. I've been calling you for 30 minutes. I'm like, but listen, wow, when did you decide to now like clean the fridge and throw all of this stuff out?
I will say, bro, like the guy saying that now, there's at least one understanding or two understandings we have. So you can give me shit, we'll clean, we'll do all that, you can watch TV all day, I couldn't care. But when the F1's on and the rugby's on, leave me alone. I sit there and I can sit there in peace, watch my sport, and that's it. Keeps you put at the clear podium. Not really, because he did get a little bit lucky there.
I got very lucky.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get that.
I don't think that was on merit.
So, yeah, there's still a lot of work they have to do with that car.
Did you see how Hulkenberg literally ripped Hamilton?
Bro. But you know what? His post-race interview, and he said the same thing. We always talk about it, and he even said, like, he'll enjoy it and all this type of stuff, but he's like, it's not the normal. And he was saying that was just because for the first time, people can now see the difference in having a new pair of softs, and Hamilton was on used softs. He's like, now you can see that.
Was Hulk on
brand new?
Okay.
And he's like, that is just, people always hear it, but they don't see it. He's like, that was a visual representation.
Bro, we saw what's the name, Max on the odds.
Bro, the funniest for me was when they put it on. He was just like, "What tie is this?" I think they personally, I think he still would have been vulnerable because again, if he was on news, everyone knew. But I think he should have stayed on the old softs.
Yeah.
Because yes, it's old, but the tires are going to be at temperature. Where you're getting those hards up to temperature. I mean, you nearly put it in the wall there.
But listen, yeah, you know what's the best for me with my wife is when she gets busy and she looks around and you're like, you maybe you just sat down and you know, like she's scanning and she sees there's no activity from you. And when she's got a certain way that she walks and I know, oh yeah, it's coming. And it's like, wat doen jy nou? Then I'm like, nee, ek doen net wat jy wil hê ek moet doen. I'm like, all right.
Bro, but you know the best is literally it's the other way around. You're saying it now as you walk in there.
Damn, bro.
I look around and you'll be like, okay, I've helped her with that. I've done this.
There's
I'm
always
good.
something you forgot,
You're like,
bro.
okay,
Always.
can I go sit there? Like you slowly get there, pick up the TV remote. I'm
Yeah,
next to the
can't sit there,
couch.
man.
I see nothing. Nothing's going on.
Uh.
You check. No, Angel, you fine. You don't. No, it's fine. You can do your stuff. Okay. The minute you sit down on that couch. Oh, by the way, my angel, can you please go? And it's like, oh my.
Dude, as long as you keep moving, 100%. Who said that? Fubs, yeah. Fubs, as long as there's movement, activity. But as soon as they see you, there's no movement from you.
That is one man out in the toilet.
Chad, and there, so my office, I purposefully made it like just so it covers my screens, so that if I'm busy working, I can still hear them and I'm still part of the family. But when I'm sitting behind the PC, the stairs, I can see when she comes down, bro. And there's a certain way where she leans forward and she almost looks like she's marching. And if I see her march down the stairs, because there's like another little set of stairs, and she comes up to my office area, and I check, and then I'm like, ooh, I missed something here. Something's, what did I do? Then I know.
I got ripped yesterday. Did 100 things, but that one thing I didn't do, chalk. That's it.
Chris, your response to, hey, Wesley, you know, you don't say, oh, liefie, ek gaan 'n bietjie TV kyk. You're like, no, I'm ready. What must I do? I'm here.
Does your wife start breathing heavier when you're not moving, Chris?
Dude.
Yeah.
So my wife has got this weird thing. Like till today, she will argue with me on this. She's not downstairs. She's on top. She's somewhere in the room upstairs, whatever. So I put the lights off downstairs. It's literally just all the switches are as you come down the stairs. So I switch it off because I don't know if she's gonna come back down again. And if she comes back down, she can just put the lights on. Otherwise, what she'll tell me is like, het jy nie die ligte afgesit nie? So every time I put the lights off, later on she'll come down. Hoekom sy die ligte afsit? Jy weet ek kom af. Ek sê nee, ek weet niks nie. Ek weet nie ek gaan weer afkom nie. And she would chalk me for the lights, bro. I promise you. And then I'll get either I'll get chalked. Why did you keep the lights on? And it's like, but usually you chalk me for putting them off.
Chad, the best for me is when we do FOMC meetings, the watch parties, and we sit there watching. And then Chris is talking, and next minute he goes, so sorry guys. Comes back. Okay, guys, so
Yeah, she rips into me, bro. And then still, when I asked her, you know that section? I said I want to do like glass, like close it off. She's like, no, you're not going to do it because then we're never going to see you. I'm like, but I can't talk. I can't talk during the meetings, but I can't glass it up. Like, no.
We're on the couch tonight.
I don't think she's watching it today.
Got to love and leave you guys. Corporate cause. Stay blessed. See you guys later. Cheers, my brother.
Are you short on gold yet, Keeks? I think it's a good short from here.
Yeah, that 1 hour close. So I want to see what this 1 hour said.
Real men will short the bullish 1 hour candle.
Sheesh. That's real men that haven't been scarred in trading yet, bro.
Now, when gold is like this, I'll leave it alone.
Dude, what? That's why I married an Asian.
Yo,
Just give her a
Chad.
banana and she's happy.
Chad.
Yeah.
So
I
Gareth,
think you on the couch tonight.
Gareth Free. Somebody here speak a Chinese. Gareth, I see you talking about me there on the stream. Somebody here, give me.
We buy everything to make life easier.
Gareth, you want some of these?
Oh, Chad.
Bro, the Asians. I love Asians. Bro, there's one guy on Instagram, an Asian comedian. That killed me. He like posted a voice note. It's like, hey guys, yeah, back at the island, whatever, did. Maybe we go out for some drinks, and then he replays it to himself, and it's this hectic Asian accent. It's like, fuck. Hey, the new i2000 update is live. Let's go.
There it is.
Is it live?
It is live.
Here we go. There we go. Chad, why do I feel like a lot of you guys blew up last week? Because the numbers on Friday afternoon, either you guys were mentally fatigued.
Bro, that is crazy though. Okay, the 5 it gave it. I was gonna say the previous one then it caught the gold bars. This one missed it then. But on the 5 minute it gave it. The 1 minute it didn't give it now.
I know, yeah, but just remember the 1 minute's now based off the daily bars.
Yeah, so the 5 gave it.
We must have the 2G's men's conference. We should, Chad. I've lived this life of being married. Me and my wife have been together for almost 20 years, Keeks. Some of you guys can't even keep a job for a year. Let alone relationship, hey, Keeks?
Bro, some of these boys are changing it up. Yo. I don't know if they're keeping it interesting, what the plan is there, but...
Okay, no, fair enough, fair enough. Bro, should I delete and Yeah, I think so, Stefan.
Yeah, delete it, re-add it, and then it will tell you then
Yes.
to click on the update. Me and Amina, 17 years this year.
Hey, Nazam.
12 years, yeah. Damn.
Beautiful, man, Chad.
Chad's got their priorities right.
Hey, Mandla. No, beautiful, Chad. This week they're going to gamble NFP.
Hey, Brian, change it up. Big world out there.
Oh. Listen here, Chad. So, real talk. NFP this week. Somewhere during this week at the end of a stream, I might drop the NFP signal. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. It could be a little smoke signal. It could. All I'm saying is, could even be today. You guys thinking it's later in the week? You're gonna ask Keeks. I was working on the weekend like usual, so I know exactly what I want to do. All eyes on Keeks now. Hey,
Hey, Jad.
Keeks says he's not good with commitment. He's keeping his options open. I have a shitload of alerts. Hey, Stofy. Keeks, you don't know we became ICT traders when you left there.
Has it been that rough out there?
Plamena adopted us and she's shown us the way of the intercontinental bank order flow something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm retiring at the end of this week. I'm growing my beard, so that island I bought.
It really must have been tough, yeah, Chad.
You know what's going to be sick though is to see the evolution of my beard on the stream. As it's like every day, like.
How long do you think you're gonna...
Have you never seen me with a beard?
No, but like how far...
No, but have you
push it?
seen me with like a proper beard? I had the.
No, not a proper one. I think last time you kind of got it to like where you are now. Where was
I almost got it over the weekend.
When we were in
but
the old office, you got it to like this point.
Did I cut it in? Yeah, it's this weird stage now. Let me see if I can find a photo, bro.
I remember when you did the stash. There was a little policeman over here.
Valley Police. No, I'm gonna commit now, my bro.
Hey.
You wouldn't commit with me.
No.
Why not?
Bro, I hate it. I hate... Like, when I even go that little bit, Chad, that's when you know I've just been lazy. But I hate it. Like, I get to the point, and that's even when I... Like, as much as I'll say I'm lazy and that, and then it gets to the point where it's like... It drives me crazy. I'm like, okay, no,
Does yours itch a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm past the itch now, at least. It's now where it just tickles my lip a little bit.
Plamena asked Miles a question, and Miles just said no.
Just Brian tilted Miles a little bit last week.
Really?
So ask Brian. It was naughty.
Brian, what did you do?
Ask Brian. I'm not gonna say anything.
Brian, what did you do?
Ask Brian. Brian got stuck into.
Takes me 3 months to grow a beard. When was it? I think it was also just before I left. I think Brian was, going at him about the 10 pips again, if I remember correctly. Or was that someone else? I remember that day before I left, someone was gunning Miles.
Oh yeah, is it?
We make the streamers tough, yeah. Hey, Brian. Have you seen the Porsche?
He said he's gonna come. I asked him to come. Okay, but yeah, it wasn't that long though.
Brian and Miles were...
I can't even show this on stream because Miane was makeuping me, but with only black makeup. So I look like I came out of a charcoal factory.
Okay, but nah, bro, you literally look like a typical, what's the name, woodsman there. Like, literally, bro, if you
With
had
the
a
K-way jack.
flannel there, everything, 100%, this man's gonna go cut some trees down.
What is a flannel?
What you wearing?
Oh, is this a flannel?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but they're still short, Keeks, so...
That, bro, 100%. You have that? All we need to do
she
then is
was so
get you
cute.
like a
But
Ford.
look how cute she was, yeah. Makeuping me. Little Miane.
Then you just need like a Ford, like F450 or something. And then this guy's ready to go get some beers and go live in Texas.
I'm so ready for that, bro.
Brian was gunning Miles' hairline. Ooh,
Oh yeah, shit. The guy's got
the hairline. Chad.
no. It got.
Chad. That is for any trader,
There's
that's a
a
touchy
there's a
topic.
gigs,
Damn.
and
bro.
then that was. But then I stopped. Like, that's a beard, bro.
That's a proper one. So is that the biggest one you've had? Like
Yeah,
the most you've grown
then it actually started to get like it becomes thick, bro. So it's like it becomes maintenance,
Bro, 100% if you grow a full-on beard,
But
we
check-
are shaving your sides and you're just going to grow that top piece.
So that is with the beard, and that's straight after.
Bro, you look like you just dropped like 12 years in age.
That's the thing. You check that.
Like you look like man's a
Chad.
full-on dad, and without the beard he went right back to school.
Yeah, chat. So wait, let me just show the chat here.
Damn. I'll put it on full screen. I think I can see it better.
All right. Oh shit.
Yeah, there.
Okay. Can I see it?
Yeah, they're perfect.
Okay, Chad, that's with the beard, all right, and that is straight afterwards without the beard.
It literally looks like a filter, bro. It's like you had
Huh?
a filter on you and then you took the filter
It's like you old, bro. It looks like life is tough. Like, oh, I'm
Let's
struggling,
go to the most.
and then it's like I just invested into
Oh,
crypto.
there we go. TP hit.
Oh,
Oh, bro. Man looks 10 years younger. That's what I was saying, bro.
alrighty, Chad. We are back into
Why you look like that? Salty traders, brother. Salty traders.
salty.
That's a new one.
All right, Chad. Let's see here. 5 seconds. I'm adding positions here. We are adding. Right. If my thing can load, please load. There we go. Chad. I have added a position right here. I actually have 3 positions, Chad. This one here is just there wasn't confirms yet. So that's a me issue. So I technically have 3 little positions that I've scaled into, and that is the idea there. 42,225, that region. 42,225. 42. Okay, there we go. Inverse fair value gap for the win, correcto. Or it could just be support holding of the secondary point of control. Could be a lot of things. It could be an inverse fair value gap. It could be this minor. Okay, here's the thing, Chad. I'm just joking with the inverse fair value gap, but if you think about it, it could be that we held here and we broke structure back to the upside. So as a minimum, you would expect price to go there. Or it could be an inverse fair value gap there. Or it could literally be this daily zone that we spoke about currently holding as support as well. So that's why I'm saying 3 different ways to look at it. Same result. So the trading will make sense. Chris, do you scale in with same lot size? Same lot size, Carl. Same lot size. Because remember, effectively, what I'm looking at, Carl, is... So, Chad, I'm going to drop a gem here for you guys. Keeks were happy for me to drop a gem for them.
Go for it, bro.
Okay, let me go pee first. I want to go pee first quickly. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna drop something for you. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't, but I'll come back now. Maybe I've dropped it already.
That thing's just growing there, bro. Smash that like button, Chad. Yo, 145 likes, 230 views. Can we get those to, let's say, like 180, guys? I think you guys can get 180. No, I'm quite locked in for New York session, guys. Like, I'm really enjoying actually trading gold a bit lately again. But yeah, with a move like that, it's already happened. As you said, we could just wait for more confirmations before we take something later. Let's see. That gold might sell off big in New York, yeah. That's why we just keep an eye on it. Because it's still looking good there, but it's not even moving. So remember, that was the scenario we said. If it doesn't have to reject aggressively like in the past. It could range a bit, and that's the thing. We just be impatient because right now, you could have forced something and that trade's gone nowhere.
Okay, the guys ready for the gem, Keeks?
I think they're ready there, bro.
Okay. You know what I'm thinking about this? In what movie was it? Where the guy lumberjack busts through the door. It's like, I've traveled 1,000 miles to give you my seed. Is that a wolf? Is that wolf? What's the guy's name from Step Brothers? Not Owen. Is it Owen Farrell? No.
No, I don't know.
Owen Farrell's a rugby player.
Yeah.
Will, is it Will? Will Farrell.
Farrell.
All right, Chad. I'm gonna drop this gem. Type a 2Gs in the chat if you are listening. Let's see ya. Let's see if you guys are listening. Two Gs. Keeks, do you think we should rather do this on a Teams?
Teams.
Take it offline. Okay, maybe we... Okay, Chad. Let's get to 200 likes. And I gotta... You guys... I'm gonna put my heart and soul into this. You guys gotta give me at least 200 likes to support the channel. 40 more. We can do it. 200 likes and I'm gonna drop a Jamie for you guys. $200. Let's quickly blitz it. 200. I know you guys can do it. 200 likes. Let's blitz it. Quick blitz. Okay, 28 more. Then we're there. All right, come on, guys, almost there.
I'm interested to even see what the source is.
Come on, ladies and gents, you can do it. 20 more. I'm gonna start so long. Hey, 3D Capital, good to see you back, my brother. Okay, 18 more, Chad. Let's do it. 18 more. Just hit that like button for the source. This can't be a one-way relationship. This is a give and take, not a take and take. Yes. Hey, geez, have you ever traded the opening range break before? We have looked into it, but yeah, not something that I like or consider. We don't play around with it, but if you've got success with it, keep trading it. For me, it's just yeah, I don't like it. All right, 12 more likes and we are going. (714) method. Actually, the 412 method. Consolidated into the 420 method. Ten more likes, then we're gonna drop a gem. A lot of this you already know, but I'm gonna give you the full. You've had it in little starters, but you haven't had it in. We haven't plated it into one dish for you guys. Do you guys ever look at the weekly? No. Dane, you can look at it if you want to look at extreme positioning when you break new all-time highs. Then I would say the COT report is important, but for day trading, it is completely irrelevant. But it definitely helps when you get into extreme scenarios to see whether smart money is offloading or whether they are adding. So I think in context, if you use it during certain periods, it's going to work well. 9 left. 9 likes. We're giving it 4 more minutes. And then we'll have to try again later this afternoon. Did I hear James? Yes, there's somebody unliked. Okay, 7 more. 3 minutes. I know some of you are scrambling because you're not logged in. It's like, I can't remember my login. Yeah, look, the COT report is very good, especially if you think about it, the COT report. If you get into a transition phase where, let's say, your commercials were going up, your non-commercials were going down, and then you get to an inflection point where the positioning changed. That's usually very close to a trend shift. So that's one good way to use the COT for that inflection point. And then another good way is to see when you are at extremes. So for instance, gold is at extreme. Because a lot of times what happens with the COT report is that the smart money will start exiting while price is going up. So even maybe for a month, price can still go up, but smart money is selling into, and Chad, I just say smart money, but I'm talking big institutional investors. Price can still go up for another month, but effectively, as price goes up, they're just selling out of their positions. They literally just get into the other side. And then there's a point where the market starts catching up to what they're doing, and then you see the market catching up with the positioning. So that's why I say, in a lot of cases, the COT report can 207 likes. Beautiful, Chad. Okay, Chad, what I'm going to ask you to do is on our Discord channel, if you go to the education section, within the education section, we've got this, our cheat sheet. Within the cheat sheet, we've got a buy scenario for a reversal and a buy scenario for a continuation. So you can go and print this for you. I want you to focus on these setups that we have shared, all right? Only this, forget the rest. Just look at these setups for continuations. Look at these setups for reversals. All right. So there's in total 1, 2, 5, 7, 10. Okay. So I want you to go and download this. Keep it very close to you. And what I want you to do is remember price is fractal. So if you don't know what the time frame is, structure is structure, price action is price action. You go and take that screenshot from the buy scenario or sell scenario, and on your daily time frame you establish which one fits the bill in terms of what you see there. All right, so on that cheat sheet you're going to look at the daily time frame and see whether it is a buy continuation, whether it is a buy reversal, whatever, if it's a sell continuation or a sell reversal. Okay, that's the first thing. Then from that, you are going to choose your bias for the day. All right. When do you flip your bias? If you say, for instance, let me just snap this quickly. Okay, let me quickly do this. Okay. All right, so let's say, for instance, on the daily time frame, you have something like this, a break retest scenario on your daily, okay? So on your daily time frame, you've established that you are bullish, you're expecting price to continue to the upside, okay? So for that day, you are bullish. You've chosen your side of the camp, you are in the bull camp. You do not change your bias on the day. You don't change your bias from what I say or what John says. The only way, and I'm going to ask you guys a question, is when will we change our bias if we started off the day bullish? So in this hypothetical scenario, we've got this set up on the daily. We started off our day. We are only looking for bias. When do we shift our bias to bearish? There's two scenarios here. I want to ask you guys to see if you are listening. When do we shift our bias? At the flip? No. Change of structure? No. I'm going to give you guys one more minute. The only way... Correct. Turtle Trader, beautiful. The only way you can potentially shift your bias on this day is if we start trading above the previous daily high and we fail to hold above it and we start trading back below it, because that effectively becomes a failed breakout. And secondly, if we start trading below this daily low, because effectively we'll be trading on a new day, so that's going to be our previous daily low. So if we start trading below that previous daily low and we fail to come back into it, because remember that could be a liquidity sweep, fake out, the traders come back in. So those are the only two scenarios you will shift your bias. If it's still trading within that previous daily high and low, you do not shift your bias, okay? So first things first, your bias is set. You can be wrong on the day. It's not about being right or being wrong. It's about making money. So you've already eliminated the chance of you taking sells now in a potentially bullish day, okay? Now, next up, what you do is, we all understand the formation of a candle. We've spoken about this how many times? That a candle will have an open, a candle will have a high, a low, and a close. All right, so we all understand that the dynamics of a candle works like that. We also understand that ideally, if you are bullish, you want to try and buy while the candle is forming its bottom wick. There's your daily open level. And the reason is you should think of it almost like a catapult, or even a little slingshot. You first need to pull it before it can shoot to the upside. So now your idea is that, all right, I am bullish on the day. We are currently trading below the daily flip, and I want to ideally start adding positions on that low. So now coming back to what we spoke about, that average daily wick range that we spoke about. So now if I go and look at it on a daily perspective, now I can start to use my averages and say, all right, average low wick is 140 points, average daily range is 290, okay? So now we set 140 points. Where's my beautiful explanation? Was it on the 1 minute? So now we know 140 is potentially our sweet spot. So let's say 140 is sitting there. Okay. So that's the average. Average is sitting at 140 there. So that's our average bottom wick. Let's do this. So now working with averages, is it safe to assume that irrespective of what happens, even if it pulls back deeper, if I enter close to the average or to the mean, I'm giving myself the chance of potentially getting a very nice entry below the daily open while I'm bullish on the day. So now the question is, what do I use as a stop loss? So if the average is 147 and I want to give myself a safety factor of 1.5, 147 times 1.5, that's going to give me 220. So now I can say, to be very, very safe, from the daily open level, 220 to the downside, that is potentially where I can be wrong. And this could actually start to move to the downside. So I start adding my positions at that average bottom wick area. And I also look for some confluences like the session volume profile. But now I've added my position. Where do I add my second position? My second position I'm going to add. Let me just do this quickly. My second position, I'm going to monitor this daily flip, because now effectively we've created the bottom wick. I've got a position that's already running in profit. So let's just create a bottom wick there. Now this daily candle starts to flip bullish. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to monitor that daily flip as a support or resistance zone on the lower time frame, either the 5 minute or the 1 minute. And this is where I'm going to add another position onto my trade, because I know only two things can happen here. Price is either going to fake out above the flip and flip back bearish again, or we're going to see volume at the flip and it's going to hold as support and we're going to continue. Then from that low, we saw that the average daily range is what? I actually need to recheck because I've got a 290. Okay, so 290 is the average daily range. So now to give ourselves a safe target, I'm going to take 75% of 290, and that also weirdly enough gives me 220. So 220 from that first entry, 220, that's going to be my target. Let's say my target is up there, and there you've given yourself the opportunity to get two nice positions in. Even though it's a one-to-one, the ability to scale into the trade and the ability to give your trade the room to breathe is ultimately what the strategy is about. So you're not trying to swing for the fences. You are literally just going with one bias for the day, unless it starts trading above the previous daily high or low. And if you want to stack it, if you want to incrementally build a position, so let's say for instance you take that 174 and you build it into say 25, you build it into quartiles, you can do that. You can build your position into that average bottom wick. You can then, even as you build your position down, once it starts holding these levels, you can build your position once price goes into your favor as well. I'm just giving you guys a framework in terms of using averages and how you can potentially get involved in a trade and hold it for an entire day. How to get average daily range? There is a indicator that I've developed for you guys, which is called average wicks and daily range. No. So if you, okay, so very good question. Maybe you don't understand it correctly. Let's say my stop loss for my idea is there. So all of my stops are going to be there. Now price drops lower and I enter the same lot size, but what happened to my stop? My stop is half. So this position, even though it is a one lot trade, and that's a one lot trade, the risk on this trade is half of what the risk is on that one, because my stop loss is half of the stop on that one. Does it make sense? So even if you use the same stop loss, if price is going against you, every position you add, your stop is getting smaller and smaller. Obviously, you're not going to barcode in this. You want it to be calculated, something you can repeat. So what you want to do is, if you are going to go that route where you say, I'm going to methodically add my positions on the bottom wick, take your fib for instance, put in your 25% zones, mark it out, set an alert, and you can build your position there. The idea here is that you're not trying to be a you're not trying to be a sniper here. Your idea is that the correction of the market is more important than trying to snipe it. So at the end of the day, you are expecting price to go to the upside, and you are averaging yourself into a position. So you can almost liken this to position trading, dollar cost averaging, whatever you want to call it. But the stop loss is fixed. You're giving yourself the 220 that we discussed. And even then, if it goes past the 220 and it breaks a previous daily low, let's say you got stopped out of your positions. And let's do this quickly. Let's quickly do this. This is the beauty of it. Let's say it pushes way past your zone. You are bullish now on the day and it pushes way past your zone. There was your previous daily candle was there. Let's quickly do this. This was your previous daily candle there. And we were bullish on the day. And this thing just dumped. You got stopped out of your idea, and it took the previous daily low. But now what happens is it took that previous daily low, and then on a lower time frame you see it starting to hold back above. then this could be that Tuesday, Wednesday move where it takes a previous daily low and then starts to turn around. And that's that false breakout you see in a lot of cases. Go see when we've got swing high and swing lows. If you've been trading with us, we always talk about it. We don't see a swing high or a swing low as a swing high or swing low if a previous daily high or previous daily low was not swept. So if this candle, let's say in this scenario, I don't see this as a swing high. I just see this as an intermediate high because it did not sweep a previous daily high. But if this candle did this, I am very, very confident that this was the fake out and this is where traders are stuck, and I can actually trade short now. All right. Okay, Chad, that was a little bit of sauce. I hope that maybe helps. Drop a 1 if you think it's going to help you guys a little bit. Yes, so you can lower your risk if you... Yeah, so if your risk is 2%, 100%, Carl. But I would, Carl, instead of increasing my lots as it goes down, I would rather keep it the same. Yes, I'm not going to say swing trading. I'm going to rather say intraday because I wouldn't hold a trade overnight. So let's call it an intraday. What about small snipes when the swing trade goes into profit and shows the right direction? Stofie, here's the thing. We've shared a lot of trading models with you guys, and ultimately, like we say, you have to find what works for you. You have to find what works with your personality, what works with your style, and ultimately, we want you guys to be your own traders. So take everything that we've given you, put it into your own source. So a lot of the word source being used a lot, but yeah, Chad, that is something. Thanks, Chris. Very interesting. Been looking for ways to do this, and this just clears it up for me a lot. Beautiful.
Okay, cool. I'll be there now.
You guys can use it. I'm just gonna wrap up here the Keeks. I think we're ready to go full screen. I'm just gonna wrap up here. Chat. So obviously, dollar, we said very, very bearish. We might start seeing a pullback into Asia lows. NASDAQ for me currently holding Asia lows. I do expect us to potentially push up to Asia highs. If we continue lower, that's fine. I'm not phased by that. US 30, same thing for me. I do have a long bias for the day. Can I be wrong? Absolutely. Doesn't make me sad. No, I've chosen my direction. We've spoken about it on the daily. We've got a confirmed support. We've got that potential up there. So that is why I'm going long. If this thing starts running short, that's fine. I'm not going to try and short it. I'm just going to stick to my bias for the day. I've got 3 positions in using that exact same method that we talked about. My positions are sitting there. So on average, I'm going to say my average position is here. That is my average, literally where we are now. This is my average positioning. My stops are literally below this current daily low. You can have it here effectively if you want to look for re-entries. I've got my stops below this daily low because if we start trading below there, this thing is not going up, Chad. Then this was all just a pullback to continue lower. So that is my idea. Effectively, I've got that little gap to close there. I'm looking for 184. So that is what I'm looking at there. Gold consolidating at these highs. If you didn't catch it somewhere here or down here, let it be. Gold's going to set the tone for the week. GBPUSD, very nice push to the upside. If you missed it, you missed it. GJ this morning, as mentioned, Asia highs taken out Asia lows. This could be a chop day. But Keeks, any closing remarks from you, brother, and then you can wrap us up here.
Yeah, guys, basically not much from my side. Obviously, the big thing I'm monitoring is gold. As I said, the big thing is on the 1 hour, really wanted to see there. So, again, we did see the rejection, a little bit of a doji candle. So, on the 15, I do think if we get any type of closure underneath, holding underneath this weekly R1, this is when we can go for it and start looking for those shorts. Because of the 4 hour, we're necessarily going to get this test here. So if we already are consolidating and even say trading underneath this weekly R1, that's where they can come into play for us. But going to monitor that, but definitely have a look here, especially as I said, this is literally the first session of the week. So New York, we're going to look to get into our trades. Going to be, as I said, if you guys have picked up those last few trades, being a little bit more consistent with myself. So I want to say, yes, we want to still be aggressive sometimes, but going to be very, very picky on the trades we take. If it's 1 to 2 trades, but also look to hold those trades a lot longer. So going to see what we can get out of that. But guys, I think that is that we can go full screen. So yeah, very, very insightful one. Yeah, good to be back in the streams. But yeah, Chris, no closing remarks from you.
No, I'm good, Chad. New month, new week, new day, new me. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag 90-day run. Hashtag trading the industry. One stream at a time. We'll see you guys 3 p.m. Peace and love, baby.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
So fast, all tied up like a captive. I want you. Used to pay my life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I know my patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer.
crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly.